Will network marketing ruin your life? That's what we're going to talk about today. So this video was prompted because a gentleman was selling a high-ticket sales course, stated with a lot of profanity that, yes, it'll ruin your life. And so that particular, the amount of emotion and profanity that he used, it reminded me of a karate instructor who was way up there in the black belt levels. And he was the most humble, quiet man I'd ever met in my life. And then I got into spec ops, and the people who were the most elite of the elites all had this one common thing. They were very humble. And so, so when he was spewing out profanity, I thought, wow, what's he hiding? So I'm going to go through the items that he brought up as to the reasons why that network marketing will ruin your life. Number one is you'll destroy your friends and family relationships because you're always talking about your products, opportunity, and people don't want to hear it. Okay? So the first thing is this a behavioral issue or is it an industry issue? This is always humorous to me because you could just basically like have a direct index between sanity and insanity, or intelligence and idiot, based upon someone's ability to assign the right reason to something. Let me give you an example. Let's say that somebody looks at their car and says it won't start because the windshield wipers broke. Well, that person lacks intelligence around cars and what causes them to start. And so in the same sort of a way, I can't in any way figure out how this is a network marketing issue. This would be an individual issue, okay? And so let me give you two examples of how I have looked at things before. So one of my young sons, he's in jiu-jitsu. Well, he's always talking about jiu-jitsu, and I absolutely love it, right? Because he's passionate about it. And so I just always engage in the conversation with him, right? That seems logical. Okay, so some friends and family might not want to hear something over and over again, especially if you're trying to get them into it. I understand that part. But then from a family situation, it's, I'm glad to see you so excited about something, right? And then my older son is just recently got a job at a very high-end pizza place. And so he's always talking about bread, and he's always talking about pizza, and I'm talking about making like really, really good bread, okay? And so in the same kind of a way, I know that's what he's going to talk about, and so I find things that are in alignment with that to talk to him back about. And that's what a relationship is really about. It's not just about yourself. It's also about allowing somebody else to be excited. And so now on the other side of that coin is other conversations that have come up where somebody is constantly trying to change my opinion of something, and it gets really annoying, right? So vaccines, abortion, they're trying to get me to view and vote for the same politician that they are, religions, guns, raising children, things like that. And so, yes, there can be too much pressure, all right? And so it's, and this is part of something that I talked about in another video. I'll just touch on it here, which is what I called network marketing grades. And I'll put a link at the end to this so you can get more depth on it, because I'm not going to go into all these columns. But it basically has to do with who earns millions and who earns zero and why. And a person's ability at anything will be bad, mediocre, good, excellent, and elite. And if you were in school, there's a grade for that. There's an F, D, C, B, and A. All right. So in network marketing, if you are bad at it, what do you do to relationships? Well, you're going to be unprofessional with them. You're going to damage relationships. You're going to state falsehoods. You're going to spam people. That's typically who is doing that activity. And so then in mediocre, it's mostly unprofessional. They harm relationships. They cause awkward strain. And so in my examples over here, where somebody is causing awkward strain on these topics, is that example. All right. And so they're just bad at, knowing the right amount of assertiveness. All right. So some people can handle a whole lot of assertiveness, and some people can't handle any at all. And so that's really the whole crux of it. And so you cannot blame a whole industry for that unless you've evaluated every individual in that industry. Okay? All right. Let me go to the second one here. So a person tricked me into coming to a meeting. Okay, so he had his, camera guy or something or other run behind and then explain this story about how some person walked up to him, got him to come to a meeting, and it was bait and switch, right? It was trick. And so is that a behavior issue or is that an industry issue? I would call that a behavioral issue. I know that I was in a mall a long, long time ago, and these two girls came up and were very flattering and said, "You're modeling material." I about cracked up laughing. And so they walked me in and they handed me over to their closer. And the closer was there to try to get me to spend, a couple of $100. And to me in the military at that time is a whole lot of money. And so they tricked me. It was a bait and switch, right? Does that mean that the modeling industry is bad? No. Does it mean cameras are bad, right? So that's what I was talking about earlier when I said there's a direct index between what a person blames something for, right? You don't blame a camera. You don't blame the modeling industry that they're all out to trick you, okay? And then that's also in the grades because on stating falsehoods, right? So that's the kind of person who's going to trick you, right? All right, let's go to the next one. You will lose money and not make money. Statistics prove that. Okay, so I've done a couple of videos having to do with the income and the average incomes and success and things like that. And you're welcome to check out any of them on my channel. So what was very interesting is that he took the time to state that statistics proved that, but he did not offer his statistics. Okay, remember, he's selling a high-ticket sales course. Okay, high ticket would be something $5,000 ticket or a $10,000 ticket or a $100,000 ticket or something like that. Okay, so he didn't offer any statistics. Why not? Okay, is it a behavior issue or is it an industry issue? Okay, so there are people who lose money in the industry, no question about it. There's people who make money, a lot of money in the industry. No question about that either. And so which is it? That's going to be a behavioral issue. All right, and I'll show you something in just a second. So, and that comes down to two different things. Remember the question, you will lose money and not make money. All right, so first of all, just looking at the network marketing industry, side-by-side comparison to a job and to network marketing, they all have buildings. They all have executives who came out with policies. They came out with some products and our service. They have employees and they have an offer. And that offer is no upside potential, but we'll give you a salary. Network marketing has all the same appearances, except they say, we're not going to give you a salary. We're going to give you the upside potential of what you build. Okay, so that's the network marketing industry, if you want to call it that. That's all that it is. So a person makes out of it what they want. They're not getting a salary. So if you're talking about not making money, then they didn't do production. They didn't get dones. That's all that happened there. And let me show that to you. So this is the pipeline. It's the law of every organization, not just business. If a person wants to find a spouse, they have to do this. If a politician wants to get votes, he has to do this. If a nonprofit organization wants to get money or get people, they have to do this. This is the law of every organization. So they got to generate leads. They got to contact those leads. They've got to set appointments. You can think attorneys or insurance or something like that. They have to do some kind of presentation and they have to follow up. Okay, that's the whole of everything. So anybody who didn't earn money didn't learn this or didn't do that. No, and didn't do this. Okay, that's it. That's the only way that somebody could not make money. All right, could they lose money? In network marketing, typically in 30 days, you get 100% of your money back for any products that you've ordered. Okay, you're not going to get your money back if you decide to fly to a convention, nor would you anywhere else. All right, so yeah, you could lose money, no question about it. But to the degree that you don't know this, you'll go deeper and deeper into the hole. So that's the simplicity, and it is the true cause. It's the reason why somebody doesn't make money. Now, I find it very intriguing as to why he didn't give his statistics, because if he's only teaching closing techniques of high-ticket sales, that's in the presentation part. And if he's not teaching this or this, then a lot of his people are going to be failing, and a lot of people are going to be losing money. All right. Reason number 4 is network marketing is all about persuading someone to do what they don't want to do. I wonder what high-ticket sales is. Okay. That's not something that I teach. Okay. Not at all. As a matter of fact, what I teach, hey, there we go, is in the contact, what you're trying to find out is, what does that person need, want, or not want anymore? And do I have a product, a service, a business that could help that? Okay? That's what I'm trying to find out in that conversation. Because there's only one business in the world, and it's the business of making someone's life better. And so in this situation, if somebody tells me they need to lose weight, I can help them. If they tell me that they need to make more money, I can help them. Okay? And so at that point, then I will move on down the pipeline, if you want to call it that. Okay? Or funnel or pipeline or however you want to call it. Right? And so that's the procedure. So for me, and everything that I ever teach, it's not about persuading. It's about helping that person understand what it's going to take, how he goes about and gets that, whatever it is that he wants or doesn't want anymore. Okay? And what I mean by doesn't want anymore is maybe he doesn't want to work for that boss anymore. Maybe he doesn't want to not have to give up golf or something like that because of his job. Okay. So network marketing is all about persuading someone to do what they don't want to do. Is that a behavior issue or is that an industry? How is that an industry issue, right? It's a behavioral issue. It's an individual's behavior issues, all right? And so that goes also back to the grades, and it also goes back to the pipeline, because someone who's trying to persuade somebody is going to be at least in the D category. And then in terms of the pipeline, I just told you that part of it. All right, and so I have 5 reasons here, but I only have 4 numbers, and there's a reason why. This is because this guy was self-serving, all right? So he's talking negative about network marketing to get eyeballs and to then call out an audience, okay? So what he's trying to do is so he puts out there that, that network marketing will ruin your life, and then when you look at it, even the music is all like heavy and drama and things like that. And then when he shifts over and he starts talking about his program, he starts talking about like that it's MLM rehab and how beautiful it is and how everybody does wonderful, right? Yeah, right. Okay, and so he makes it look of it. He's basically calling out his audience. So he's there to get eyeballs, and he's talking negative about it to get somebody to not like that to come over here instead. Okay, he suggests they quit network marketing and buy his course. If one doesn't have a high-ticket item to sell, Guess what? He's got a solution, a brilliant solution for that. Become an affiliate for his course, okay? We call that an agenda, all right? So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Make a comment down below and tell me what you think of any one of these and my answers to it. I'll see you in the next video.